Hello, and welcome to the Academic Success Associate. Today, we're going to be talking about emailing your professor, the appropriate way to go about it. I'm Kim Kost, and I'm your Academic Success Associate. Are you puzzled about how to communicate with your professor in an email? Today, we're going to draft a template that you can use to talk to your professors so that you can actually get the things done that you need to get done. Let's get to it. First, let's talk a little bit about the anatomy of an email. Most of us are familiar with the to bar. If you are using your college email, as you should when communicating with your professor, this will usually pre-populate. So you start writing in the professor's name and their name will come in. But what about the other things on this page? Like the CC. The carbon copy, or CC, will send your email to somebody else. Their name will show up on that email, and the person that you're writing to will be able to see it. This is super effective if you have, say, a lab partner that you also need to email at the same time with the same information as your professor. Or you have two different professors or two different staff members at the campus that you're talking to. But what's this BCC over here on the other side? BCC is blind carbon copy. So the person that you're sending the email to in the to line will not see the individuals who are BCC. So what should I put in the subject line? If you watched last week's video, you know that I said you should put in the class code and maybe what you want to talk about. So here's an example of that. So say I'm a student in the English 1010 at the college I work at, that's English Comp, and I'm in the particular class 02. I'm also putting in the subject line what it is I'm emailing my professor about, an extension on my homework. This makes it easy for the professor to find you in their files and also gets them prepped for what's going on in your email. Lastly, let's actually compose an email together. A great way to start any email is good morning. Professor and whoever your professor is. If you don't want to be quite that formal, or say you have already established a relationship with said professor, you could go something as simple as, hello, Professor Kost. Then get right into what it is that you're asking your professor. You can do something as short and sweet and simple as this. You are requesting what it is. You're being very specific about what the assignment is, why you need the extension, and when you plan on having it turned in. If you put all of the information you need in the first email, then there's not a lot of back and forth, and it's less likely that things are going to get lost in the shuffle. Also, before sending your email, make sure that you spell check it. As you can see, I have misspelt assignment in my email. Most email programs will autocorrect that for you, so you don't have to worry about it too much. But it's still a good idea to go ahead and double check. Communicating with your professor is a super important part of your college career. Your professors are those folks who will write letters of recommendation for you. Letters of recommendation for things like scholarships and entrance into graduate school. And who doesn't want to have a bunch of free money or be able to get into the program that they want to get into? Make sure that you are communicating with your professors in effective and clear manners that are appropriate for your relationship with that professor. If you have any questions or comments, or would like any more suggestions on how to email your professors effectively, feel free to leave them in the comment box below, and we'll see you soon.